So if you're new to landscape lighting, you may be asking yourself, how do I determine transformer capacity? When do I need to upgrade? How many transformers do I need? These are all great questions. If you've been around in landscape lighting, especially those of you who are old enough to be in the halogen days, this is a real simple question for us, because we used to deal with the front of the house would have a 1200 watt transformer, the back of the house had a 1200 watt transformer. Often we'd run dedicated circuits. So our lives got so much easier with LEDs. Yet this is a question we get all the time, is the worry about when am I going to overload my transformer? I'd say first of all, you want to build excess capacity in your transformer. I know that the cost sometimes of the customer, they're worried about the extra couple $100 to upgrade from a 300 to a 600 watt transformer. But a couple of rules of thumb we have. Number one, we almost never offer a 150 watt transformer. We always go with a 300 watt transformer just because it's about the same cost, it's about the same size. So from that standpoint, the 300 watt transformer is a better value and offers you so much more capacity. We typically, on my design company, just have a rule of about 25 to 30 fixtures when we have on a system is what we're going to be maxing out a transformer at. The real rule is you want to look at what your total VA rating is, what your max VA rating is on something like the SL01 with the adjustable rating, and you want to plan out your transformer for that capacity. In case somebody comes in and bumps everything up, they're going to be tripping the circuit. But in reality, a lot of times you could add more capacity when you're going lower wattage or lower overall light output on lights. If you have, say, the SL01 and you're only using 3 watts or 5 watts, it's much different than if you're putting it at 14.3 watts. So that's all things you have to really take into account. The number one thing I'm going to say all the time is once you wire that transformer up, you do want to check your amperage rating. You only want to run your transformer at 80% capacity. So typically we're looking at a total of about 240 total used watts that we want to use. And there's going to be variables such as the overall line length that you're going to have is going to put more demand onto your lighting system. So there's a lot of calculations that you could build into it. As a general rule of thumb, what I always do on my designs is I just go big. When in doubt, go up to the next size. You want to have extra capacity built into your transformer. So simple rules just to lay it out. If you're around that 25 fixture range, you're going to be fine on a 300 watt transformer most of the time, unless you're going to have long runs and everything's really maxed out. But that just gives you a real quick number to work with. If you're going over that, if you're at 37 lights, bump up to a 600 watt transformer. That's your easy rule of thumb. If you want to get more detailed, look at the VA rating that we provide in our spec sheets. Look at your max VA rating on each light and build it out for the max capacity. You're going to have so much extra capacity built in. Understand that when you have longer wire leads, longer wire runs, you're going to put more energy usage onto your transformers. So those are just some simple rules of thumb. But when in doubt, go big. It's not that big of a deal compared to the old days of using the halogen systems, where we had such bigger transformers and they were so much more expensive. Now there's something that they're fairly affordable and they're usually a lower cost on the overall system than they used to be. At Sterling Lighting, we're always here to help. If you have questions on your capacity of your transformers, just give us a call. We're here to answer your questions. We have experience installing lighting systems. We could give you best practices to make it simple for you. So we're here for you at Sterling Lighting to help you so that your jobs run smooth and efficient.